Hello boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, this is Odyssey of course, and welcome back to some more Battlefield 1. I'm your Viking Lord and Savior, of course. gotta remember to include that in the Battlefield videos. I don't know, I got a good feeling about it. Cocky, I just be cocky. So, I got some fucking kick-ass gameplay for you guys here. Basically, kick-ass gameplay on my channel means that I get a fuck ton of kills, I don't fuck up that much, and generally the gameplay is pretty much good enough to be standing on its own 2 legs, or 4 legs, or knees, or whatever, I don't know, maybe the gameplay likes to take it from behind. Okay, let's not talk about the gameplay sexual preferences, Anders. Let's not do that. But yeah, sadly it's not live commentary though, it's post commentary since I was just recording the gameplay and I ended up having a really good round whilst mucking about in the attack plane with the tank hunter loadout, of course. This is my absolutely favorite loadout in Battlefield 1 for any plane whatsoever. Another cool loadout that is very, very dangerous if you are in this plane is a fighter with the bomber killer loadout. I think that's what it's called at least. You get like these rockets that kind of are like, I would say they're kind of like fireworks rockets or something. I'm not quite sure how to explain it, but they feel like fireworks rockets. They don't really feel like rockets, you know, like missiles or whatever. But the point is they're slow, but they do massive amounts of damage versus the airship, the blimp, versus other planes, and especially bombers and attack planes. Obviously other fighters as well, but yeah, you definitely want to watch out if someone is using that loadout around you, because you might get fucked quite hard with that. So, the attack plane. What is great about the attack plane with the tank killer loadout? Everything is great with it, with that loadout, to be honest. First of all, you have this massive front-mounted cannon, which is, it gotta be at least 40mm, maybe even 75mm, because things go kaboom really quickly when you hit them. Bombers, which are the hardest planes to kill, takes 2 hits to kill the entire plane outright if they're full health, and if you attack another attack plane or a fighter, you kill them in 1 single freaking hit, man. I don't know if it's because the beta is a little bit bugged, but I could swear a lot of the times here when you see me shoot a plane, and sometimes it looks like I'm hitting them, like you see the poof, the smoke or explosion or whatever kind of happen, but I don't get a hit marker and no damage is done, so I don't know, it's weird. The biggest weakness of this cannon, I would say, is that it starts dropping to the ground really quickly. The shell or the bullet or whatever you want to call it, or the grenade, starts dropping to the ground really quickly, so you can't really shoot things that are much more than 100 meters or 100 yards away from you, otherwise you won't hit. Unless if you do a dive bombing with it, then you can actually hit things really accurate, especially like stationary tanks, for example, that aren't moving. You can get, I think, 2 to 4 shots off and hit it before you have to pull up, and you might even be able to one-strafe a tank that way if you hit 3 shells and then you use your follow-up bombs to kind of finish it off. And that's a glorious thing about this thing as well. So not only do you have this massive fucking cannon in the front of your plane that just does massive damage. I mean, by the way, just look at the plane pitching up every time I shoot. Like, the entire plane feels the recoil. It's just, the feeling of things in this game is just so spot on. Like, the sniping is perfect. I've never felt so good. I'm not saying it's the best sniping in any game, but it feels like it is the best sniping in any game. First of all, because you got the bullet drop and like how the bullets become slower over time, so like getting long shots on enemies that are moving and that kind of stuff feels really good, seeing their head just go boof, like I said in the sniper video, and you hear that clinking metallic sound. And then of course, like I said, with the bomber, the whole freaking plane feels the recoil and just moves with the cannon. It's just such a great feeling, and it makes you feel more powerful. It doesn't feel like you have a pea shooter, it feels like you got a goddamn cannon on your plane, and that's a nice feeling. Like I said, you also have the bombs, and these bombs are goddamn glorious. They are 2 bombs. They are very powerful versus both infantry and armored vehicles such as tanks and cars and whatever. and they're extremely accurate. I've tried to do some bombing runs in the attack plane, or not in the attack plane, but with the attack plane with other loadouts, and in the bomber, and I got a feeling that the bombs don't exactly go like where I hit the trigger, you know, like if I got an enemy in my crosshairs and I hit the trigger, even if the enemy stays in that exact same position and I should have hit him, it kind of feels like the bombs kind of overshoot or like land too far away, like they land too early and don't hit the target. But these bombs, they're just fucking spot on, man. Like, you hit the trigger as soon as you see the enemies in your crosshair, and they're fucking dead, man. They're fucking dead. It feels glorious, man. It feels so glorious. And, like, something you gotta watch out, though, with... I don't know if this is just me, or if it's a bug, or because it's the beta, or some lag, or whatever, but sometimes when I drop the bombs, my plane kind of gets sucked down towards the ground right after dropping those bombs. So be careful, guys, if you try that loadout. Obviously, the open beta is over now, sadly, but if you're going to play the game with the game actually releases, so to say. But yeah, this plane is just... oh, man, it's just so disgustingly good. Like I said, 2-shot bombers, 1-shot fighters, and attack planes. Good damage versus tanks, especially if you drop bombs on them at the same time as you use your gun. And fucking horrendous damage versus light vehicles with both the bombs and the cannon. I mean, just fuck, you're probably seeing all this. It feels like I'm talking to retards here. I'm like explaining really simple stuff, but I'm trying to put myself into the feet of one of you guys that maybe hasn't played the game yet and are still on the fence about buying it, and you want to know more about the planes, more about the snipers, more about the tanks and whatever. So like, don't think I think you guys are stupid. I know that a lot of you guys probably are better than me at Battlefield, for God's sakes, because I do still have 600 fucking thousand of you guys subscribed to my channel, so that is quite a lot of people. One of you gotta be better than me, and I'm pretty sure there's more than just one that's better than me as well. And a lot of you might know more than me, even if you're not better at the game per se. You just have better game knowledge because you played the Battlefield franchise for longer than me or whatever. I don't care. The point is, I don't think you guys are stupid. I'm just trying to be noob friendly, okay? We wanna try to be nice to the noobs here, because you know what noobs are good for? Cannon fodder. When the game releases and there's extra many COD noobs, what will we Battlefield veterans do? We will pwn the COD noobs. Oh god. Oh, fuck those bombs, man. Holy shit, it's so fucking dirty. I'm just getting points after points after points after points here. It's just ridiculous. Freaking ridiculous. You can even roadkill... not helicopters, you can even roadkill horses with the planes. You do take a lot of damage though, and sometimes you might crash because you try to, but still, it's freaking amazing. There you go. There's the bombs again, man. Vehicle destroyed. It's like the points just rack up and rack up and rack up. It's just... it's disgusting, man. I really hope there won't be like an unlock weapon that is really good at taking down planes, because that's really gonna ruin like the how the planes are right now, because I feel like the balancing is actually really good. If you do fly over someone using an AA turret, you are pretty much screwed when you're in a plane, and then you also have other attack planes and other fighters to worry about. And same thing about the tanks, actually. I honestly don't think the tanks are OP. I think the tanks are perfect the way they are right now. They're dangerous, you gotta watch out a little bit. It's just exactly like you want tanks to be and feel in the First World War game. They're not too hard to kill either, I think, because you gotta keep in mind, a lot of the people playing the open beta haven't unlocked all the stuff yet, or realized how they can unlock it, or whatever, because the game is not even out yet. People are really new to it. It's not exactly like Battlefield games have been previously when it comes to the unlocks and such. Like, not only not only do you have to have the... and not only do you need to have the perfect amount of war bonds and that kind of stuff now, but you also need to have the perfect rank class to unlock certain things. It did seem though, however, that you didn't need any ranks or class rank ups or whatever to actually unlock things for planes and tanks. So that's kind of interesting. I wonder how they're going to do that in the full game release. That's going to be very interesting to see, to be honest. But yeah, very, very much enjoyed the open beta, I gotta say. 40 kills and 7 deaths. And 3 of those deaths were actually on the ground, the first round too, so I only actually died, I think, 3 or 4 times in the plane. fucking awesome feeling. As always, thank you guys so very much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.